Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Adwoa Safo Ken Ofori-Atta, a doctor, and if today is your first time, I will share me a Bomodia. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly follow me, subscribe to the channel. Also, click on the notification button, and then let's build a community. We are all involved in building Ghana, of course. So you're also involved. The comment section is always there for you. Share what on the topics are Yababidi and Komo. And a year. The Lithium Deal. The Honorable Minister, Hon.Buah, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Acting Minister for Environment. Or the Lithium Deal, acquiring such a or the Atuja, a winsome to say. Hon.Buah has done it again. Sanso, any Adwoa Safo. Adwoa Safo, Abranti be a friend of Alex Tete, or MPP. Or can one send bebre? It looks as if Adwoa Safo is breaking the record of Abena Koko. Then you hear the body count of Adwoa Safo now. It keep rising daily. And now Betty say Bawumiare. Adia Betty Ubesi say Nanado Reye. Ubeti say John Ari. Ubeti say Ora Aliu Mahamaniba and Swari. Just say a dozen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, everyone is welcome here. Now, always welcome. Now, Yentie Abrantie Alestete. Asemo awokafa Adwoa Safo. Yentie.
Also political career. Papa Samin Kajua. Baumian Corona Kaya to so because na Pastor Safo epese Adwoa epese na female president. Kuma. Oba ye I obeye minister. No Adwoa Samia Uku Kennedy Boyu. One ne koda Ukina. One nada. One vice president Aliu Bano Ada. One napo ada one president Akufo-Addo ada one napo one enkofo Adwoa egu ne ho findia momo no wo ye ka wasam wo so political wo de wo ho meme masankofo ni nyina ye nyina ye party fo wo ka se ye ni nipa da wo atuom ye ni nipa da e wo da mu ti nipa hu na wo be ka se wo mmomu no wo sa ne ma wei enu ti na me kyesa ne me ka no nyesa me ka for fun minim ne me ka enu ti na me di wo egu so se me ema ye num ema ninu obi bia se maka bibi afa Adwoa ho na Adwoa senya no kura ne ma no nsuo na amabɔ ndi no patanye no me wofa awia kete ni eje Odan hospital 1990 na me wofa shavwo kekewu na obi di sie na me wofa kofa na obi kotuwi na ade be na me wofa ko US 1990 me wofa gina ho me na ne kura nsa na wo ka kire nse patanye ni gina empana wo da so Odan hospital government hospital me mama ni ho like ye ho hwia ni ansana esi obi so say e just a shavu en kanton say wo ka bibi eti minim nyemaka na minim so na wo be ka say wo mbomu no wo sa na ema wei one ne koda wukina one na da one vice president Aliu Bano ada one napo ada one president Akufo-Addo ada one napo one enkofo Adwoa egu ne ho findia momo no wo ye ka wasam wo so wo de wo me Uku Kennedy Boyu one ne koda Ukina one nada one vice president Aliu Bano ada one napo ada one president Akufo-Addo ada one napo one enkofo Adwoa egu ne ho findia momo no wo ye ka wasam wo so political wo de wo ho meme masankofo ni nyina ye nyina ye party fo wo ka se ye ni nipa da wo atuom ye ni nipa da e wo da mu ti nipa hu
Abusua branch MPP ni dodo na nim ne say your friend no Alex Tete and wo ma yen body count of Adwoa Safo se sensem na wo Canada it looks as if say Adwoa Safo or chiche na dum insurance you know. It is in come do dia. Now we MPP ni nkwa dia we hu Adwoa Safo dia. Ubenya nsuo ni biano. This guy is talking. No kansem am wakobo hu dia. Says enye no kre no ka o de ne makra da ase. Hey! What a shock. Ebusia
because na Pastor Safo epese Adwoa epese na female president kuma oba ye I obeye minister no Adwoa Samia Uku a Kennedy Boyu, one in a Koda Ukina, one in Ada, one Vice President Aliu Bano Ada, one Napo Ada, one President Kufuor Ada, one Napo, one in Kofwa, Adwoa a good hoof in their moment. Wo ye come was so policy.
Aye, MPP for more yan your mapa. As MPP a year party Nankasano, an association of say, yes, same hey, hey. What a shock. But anyway, and yes, so surprising because MPP were a political party. A Mukrano, Omuo, a year, and Kofukobia, Omatu Omhudin, loyal ladies. Inti, maybe they are very loyal to the men in MPP. Yes. And I'm kind of saying, because that loyalty need a broso. Adwoa Safo. Edi no wo hwehwe a ne papa abrabo ombom fama no a wo begya ne ho fala ama eye ekufu ado ewrade nyankopon. Some women are very, very, very courageous to allow yourself for ekufu ado to sleep with you. Allow yourself for Baumia to sleep with you. Allow yourself Sami Ewuku, Sir John, Aliu Mahama, Farouk. The list is very, very tall. Anyway, the gentleman's name is Alex Tete. He's also an MPP member. Or they same way abetu Edja. Wakika asemino. Na wakawo channel One TV so Joy News so multimedia say Ghana radio stations, any TV stations, akesi.
Any Koda Ukina, one nada, one Vice President Aliu Bano Ada, one Napo Ada, one President Kufuor Ada, one Napo, one in Kofwa, Adwoa a good hoof in their moment.
Just say,
wo ye come was
one in Napo so Ada, hey, hey. Let's just say Adwoa Safo was supply. Now the no pa. Wa born home dini. Come on, Adwoa Safo. Hey, Adwoa. Just a one can. No what chiche di amamo. Ladies and gentlemen, MCW, MPP, no wonder when I was shouting face the country, Bawumia and Akufo-Addo allowed their erection to change their direction. Allowed their erection to change the direction of our great country, Ghana. And Yemen America is coming from Alex Tete. Intime Mambe Chemenri, Mr. Wa. Now, moving on, Yanko the good news and a free friend is saying, Yangasa, ye minister.
I say that I have got an elaborate regulation.
And Emmanuel Hon.Buah, Honorable. Ono Elembele no free. Osansu ye Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. CC is also na so ama a Minister for Environment. Mobeka ya papa ya nkasi ni munyamfo the tragedy you see emoko wu ya Dr. Mutala into ono na osim. Yentie assembly wakanfa the lithium deal no. And I think say a friend is saying the lithium deal in somewhere ye papa akano. Bebe se Ghana fo nyina ye tie no asupem ne hunu de oyede woye is a very important news because we all know when it comes to Ghana yen royalties, your natural resources, kwan be faso natural resources no ye betimi enya emfaso efri ho ene minister no e de assembly akotudwa me didi se se me no mi nyina no ye di ho enkomo what you say. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, you should be a bro, 50. Mr. For now, you shall see and share. Momo Modiana, more subscribe now, so you share so that more people will come and then watch a friend is saying a video. No, now, yen shadio minister at the lithium deal no, and she say aqua to a friend is saying parliament nim na me say. Enchenche parliament nso ebedi hu adwuma de ama oman Ghana ekoba ne sa na je say ebeboa ye great nation Ghana yenti minister ni mu asem
say that I have brought an elaborate regulation that gives us a sliding scale agreement. What is the advantage in that? The advantage is that it allows the state to capture the benefit in good times, like in the gold sector. And I have to tell you, we've done it across the mineral sector. In the gold sector, for example, when the price, for example, in the lithium agreement was negotiated, at that time, lithium was $3,000. They achieved 3,000. They achieved 10%. But today, with the sliding scale I've brought, even when we get to 2,500, which achieve 10%, when we get to 3,000 because of the sliding scale, 3,000 plus, we'll go to 12%. In fact, if you do the calculation, at that point, it means that 3,000 government is saving almost over $500 million. And so this sliding scale, but let me also say that this sliding scale also gives the companies consideration when prices tumble in difficult times. Then the adjustment will automatically also favor a lower royalties. What is important for investors? It gives them certainty. Certainty. They are very sure that in Ghana, when the price tumble, we will not be in trouble because the government automatically will reduce royalties. When the prices go up, the government will also take advantage and capture the benefit. And I'm very happy today that we've strengthened it. We've even had provision in the lithium agreement that I've laid today. Infrastructure provisions was not in the 2023 agreement. It is in now. And so I'm excited about an enhanced lithium agreement that also embodies for the first time a 1% community development fund for the community that will transform the Infansiman community. This is a model that I am going to try to push in all the agreement. Apart from social corporate responsibility, that community must have a dedicated fund. So think about it, 1% of gross revenue going to the community. That would translate into roads, hospitals, independent of the central government. So that when the resource is gone, we can look back and say that in this particular community, because of these resources, that is why we are seeing beautiful roads, we are seeing hospitals, we are seeing schools. That is what we've done. And so I'm very proud. So for those who have been talking a lot about, oh, we negotiated 10%. Today I tell you, we have a better agreement in Parliament. Because we are not at 10%, we are moving the benefit to 12% even when the prices go up. And it allows certainty. We've done also that in the gold sector, in the sliding scale, and you see, and I'll give you copies. Most of the mining companies, when they were negotiating this agreement, the gold price was around 1,009, 1,005. Now the gold price.
So, Minister Achechim, your minister, Ekani, and say, CCA, on the Ekase, Wabomodia, the lithium deal, no, and when she say, or the Aqua to a year parliament. Now, and she say, no, the Aqua to parliament, no. They wait me, I hear their boy, and they say, and they only Ghana for a Kase. The award ceremony now, and say, a year the new, a year lithium deal, no, were laying before a year the parliament house. Now, royalty rate, no, and you're fixed. And you're fixed into what church room. The Etienne say, Eja, a German so lithium bono air cosra, Ghana, and so ye royalty base, and so a mube pija. Now, a performance swa, Sanso, and a day, a be making sure say, send ye a toll jasono, Sanso the bear day, a bema or my Ghana, yensu yenshi share no, a bit me a day, a cop a form pepe, or train, a ye, a bit me a cosro, a bit me a pijim above the 10%. Now, for so what then she share so the BB a friend of infrastructure a year development. Ashen she share anymore. A chair say a year lithium a year deal no. One more baby to a year lithium no. Ombe say one more a develop a year communities na a year 2 lithium no. O share a year the mining a year friend is a deal sa she share ya a binimu sa. A typical example, Hon.Buah say Anglo good, royalty say nya 50 how many years 18 something you too good or bossing. And I'm saying for infrastructure development directly from the mining company on develop krono anhye mu ntino e krono okọ ho a enye fe matena ho matena oboase da etimi nim de maker oti ase odi e kro bi te se bia Joburg South Africa Pretoria odi Cape Town untimi emfa oboase entoto saa krono. It's because of a deal no a South African company na mine no share with some of these mining companies in Emma akwenya emma ye den dedicate sika ni bi the core infrastructure see ebeya kwan ye hospitals ye friend saying schools ye be sisi adan and no can the government be ye the amasa community no. It we lithium deal no kwa no one. Infrastructure development for the community no de bia esombo enti yemompae se the minister aka no ekoto parliament fo animu a ententem no won be sensan na company no ya hya ase na ehwo nhyehyeye ne ehwo sabio adodode no a Ghana benya na community no nso a yekwakotu saa agudie no so wo mo nso benya because enkoba ne se ye tu agudie wo ukuro so na one adwuma no a wonye bi two infrastructure development so a wonye bi na afa de the yare ne wo how and eba bebrel. And when you go to Obuasi, that is the story. What honorable Emmanuel Hon.Buah aye no one of the best. And I think say you see in Ghana sometimes we don't celebrate our people, and I know because we are a nation where we always look up and we don't really sometimes look down to count our blessings. But if you ask me, I'm a mining community there. If you ask me, this is a sure banker, the community a lithium. You know why? Because the money is not going to come from the government. It's coming directly from the lithium company to develop the community. Tinya afeni yebeka se sika no ayenya no ye de konwan na central bank na ya say na we de yenya ya edafotom infrastructure development a de boa that particular communities na yetua yetu eyesa agudie. This is a great news. Ebiem ensan so nya fixed rate say 5%. Lithium boa ewo the international market, the world market ekosra, it means Ghana will benefit more. We are not going to benefit that much. This is what we want. Negotiations we are great. And I think that well done, and kudos to the minister. Again, we are sure say Ebia won't ya news eba efa minister no so no. Abi memfanto ensanto wenim ententem ya. Na onso ebia onso se watia se wonte nso a ene me ne wuka say minister enso say ban on a friend is mining in the forest yamia da Roma and uko mining in Ghana's forest it is not allowed. You be punish up to 20 years imprisonment, whether local or foreigner. This is a good news. Akufo-Addo time, people were allowed to mine in the forest. And that is the reason why Chairman Wontimi Ekanhubia all court up and down. And we all saw the way of destroy the forest. Or say a forest be say you be. The videos are there. Abai we buy the NDC government by omo bomodene. Somebody be anoma reclaiming a year and sasini be I say. And in fact, I am told say reclamation no a cost den ding. A cost den ding. Eti ye mbomodin na yentimi making sure say ye ni be die. Now the minister will succeed because once he succeed, the entire nation Ghana ya succeed. This is what we all should pray and we all should assist. The comment section is there for you. You advise. You don't always sit down and watch. You have to be what? Not just what Akufo-Addo kai, men a spectator. Be involved. The comment section, onim die bi apesa ochra. Fatuo minister, for all you know, ebi kwa no ohwe. Otiase, aha, wanhwe nso kra no a, ye be make sure say ebedu nanim. No what? Or he is a listening minister. I once upon a time spoke to people on what the mining sector, and they told me the minister is somebody who listens. And it's a great, a friend is saying, a attribute of a great leader. Ubi a wa so odi tie. No one you know said the makane no final finito. There be enye Akufo-Addo suban ni bi. And a boano Emma otumide a ye enyuma ne nhihye papa eba Emma ne boa my Ghana. So this is a good news. Eno say Ghana fo nyina de eti. What you say? Mame hana menkin kan news no emfa emma efa ye minister no ho senia wonso obenya eho entiase news ne de ba na baba mining sector no senia woni no say government revokes LI 2462 bans mining in forest reserves. It any forest reserve bia ye jatuo bia ukoko rem so ukotu agudie wo ho watomra ebe den ebe punish you seriously. Can you imagine if this minister was there during the days of Anglo-Gold Ashanti, Anna Sam Jonah, a CEO, and a way minister, and ka royalties no, and ka yanhwe amana anye antitia pansam ama Adwoa Safo enya home faso. At least you would have had a better negotiation, a better deal for the people of Adwoa and the entire nation Ghana. But at least it's better. Say yenyano sa time away. And this particular time, so there, you know, the Gen Zs, social media information is there. You know, to get information is not hard like before. You get it only through Peace FM, through the eyes of a friend is Joy FM, and what they want us to hear is what they tell us. Now, there with social media, no, we know, and people will come and say their mind and also tell you, say this is what we expect from you. Now, so and I think, say kudos to the minister. We are still watching. What you say? So far, so good. What you say? Ladies and gentlemen, you call the next story. So, you Adwoa Safo Ken and we are wo you minister Hon.Buah Hon.Buah a lithium deal will lay before Parliament. And I'm actually also the ban on the friends of mining in the forest reserve. And also, Infantua, you no, young call Ken Ofori-Atta. Many years ago, na esenke Ken Ofori-Atta and to prison. Ghana had an opportunity, but we missed out that opportunity to arrest Ken Ofori-Atta. And sad enough, we watched and we still vetted in Ken Ofori-Atta to become Ghana's finance minister under the watch of Akufo-Addo, 2017 all the way to 2024. In fact, he spent almost 8 years as a minister for finance. Ken Ofori-Atta, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, ne cousin. In fact, maternal, ne mame, enuya, eba, ene Ken Ofori-Atta. Ken Ofori-Atta Yobia in 1998, 99, serious fraud office. Then, today, you're from Economic Organized Crime Office, Yoko. Eka say, yenchi Ken Ofori-Atta entum. Esan say, Ken Ofori-Atta eyo kromfo. It is still there. Okoyokoa, they will give you the story. Now, Ken Ofori-Atta ebeye Ghana's finance minister. Na nneema wo ye de ebusua. Ese wani. Ese waso se obete. Intimeto me boa sinema kebi ama wate. Emra President Akufo-Addo be introduce Ken Ofori-Atta achire Oman Ghana no. Or you see almost 5 minutes just to introduce Ken Ofori-Atta to Ghanaians. Said, Ghana, I present to you your finance minister. That day na minim say Nanado eye MC or eye PhD in MC. Na minim. Because he took time to describe and tell us who Ken Ofori-Atta eye. Onipa ben any Ken Ofori-Atta. Wachire mwa ma ye hunu bebi a Ken Ofori-Atta kra ko suku. Now, ebusia. Dia ya say Ken Ofori-Atta nya akwenya no. As Ghana's finance minister, he came to destroy. He came to kill. And he came to collapse businesses. The facts are there. Domestic debt exchange program. Kufokra kamwase. Nana Hon.Buah kamwase. Opposition political party then, the NDC, spoke against the DDEP, especially Ora Ato Forsen, the fresh, brilliant, latest, new Ghana's finance minister. He is really forcing. He won Ken Ofori-Atta, but Ken Ofori-Atta empty. He told the entire nation that the MPP is planning domestic debt exchange program. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Nana Akufo-Addo at the time, the president of the republic, a nation broadcast and spoke to Ghanaians. And he emphatically stated, said, there was not going to be anything like DDEP. In fact, or say, there is not going to be anything called haircut. And he said, Motise atofo sen ka sembia. Monsini hu. Na wonim ne walk. In fact, I wish he said the Akufo-Addo the president kan no. Na nka no mum e na ye no kore no. Na mum na nka bia atofo sen then a member of the minority party. Na nka bia ono na edi atro. But guess what? The president Akufo-Addo lied to Ghanaians, deceived Ghanaians. Obia Obeka said domestic debt exchange program no emma so no anche and omodi domestic debt exchange program and she no omodi shase. It made Ato a hero. It made Ato a saint, an angel, the truth sayer. And he made Akufo-Addo Sasabonsam, the old man whose tongue loved to wag. In fact, I was totally shocked that Akufo-Addo did not resign after lying to the entire nation. I was so surprised that Akufo-Addo did not even apologize to the entire nation. Because Ngokrafo hweye, emerwafo tie ye, wonu mu anu wo musika. Ye share bose, ye mfa ye nsanka. Omunya nidaso. But Akufo-Addo, just like Kweku Anansi, Osisi-Ifo, turned around with his cousin and touchy people's money. People collapsed. Ebimu wuye. Unim baby. There is a man. I will be a company. In fact, Karma Pharmaceuticals at the time told the entire nation how Akufo-Addo collapsed his business. He told every Ghanaian, Akufo-Addo's family, a wicked family. Ladies and gentlemen, Ora Kama Pharmaceuticals, a yeneya, a sheno, a diane buy, because Akufo-Addo collapse the business. Osuye, Emma wadi to yenim about a kwaya ne namfofo bi efa so ewuye. Ebi munya stroke. All because of Akufo-Addo and Ken Ofori-Atta and Shisha Yeboni. The banking cleanup exercise. Ladies and gentlemen, how my Ghana pa?
I am a pensioner, and all my money, I must confess, I know I'm on air. The money that I saved to take care of my pension time has been taken over by the banking cleanup. So I don't have my money to support such a wonderful book. And if I tell how much that I saved for over 30 years to take care of my position now, you weep for me. And I get nervous. At my age, to picket at Minister of Finance. Because the legitimate money that I made has been taken over and I'm not being paid. Meanwhile, it's gone to Parliament within the budget that they are paying us. They have been paid. About 800 of my people have died. Others have got stroke. And when we meet, we see a lot of our people in wheelchairs. That's what the government wants us to be. That's what you want me to be. My right-hand side of my mind told me that save, continue to save towards the future. Now, I cannot even afford 1,000 cedis to buy this wonderful book. I'm the chairman, so I'm forced to buy it. How do I buy it?
This is how Ken Ofori-Atta collapsed Karma Group of companies, businesses. Ken Ofori-Atta de biano na no ashe white, quoting the Bible. We are not going to IMF. The situation is dire. Just like Caleb, or whatever the name is. Guess what? After telling us this, he went running to Germany and begging the Germans to tell the Chinese people to grant us loans. These people are full of deceit, dirty criminals. In fact, they are smelly criminals. He was supposed to be arrested in 1998, and we missed the chance. I don't blame us. After all, even Jomamaka and Chene free yourself. It is not an insult. Because you'll be a year fee someone and can say Ken Ofori-Atta or prison per Yoko's report, then called serious fraud office. But what happened? Dear the see you be mark Ken Ofori-Atta a position.
And it's one you're careful.
You be man the position. And what be boy and chrono. And the accountability time omra with Jania Kosha America. Ken Ofori-Atta I saw Ken Ofori-Atta with my kolo eyes here in London. And I sent the photos to National Security of Ghana. Oh yes, I sent it to the National Security couples. I sent videos. I said I have seen Ken Ofori-Atta eating Chinese at one of the top Chinese restaurants here in London. Cracking bones. The man who claims he is sick on a sick bed in America. Satama mi no na onni Interpol red alert so nkami huku no ejo so no edene bagana. The damage this man has caused. The man who was always quoting Bible is running away from accountability. As Christians, we believe in accountability. That is why we say that the return of Jesus Christ, if you don't do his wishes and his will, you will go to hell. So it means, he said, a time is coming, you will account for your stewardship. We also believe it when it comes to governance of a nation. You must account for your stewardship. But Ken Ofori-Atta has run away, just as he did in 1998. This time around, he is hiding in America. When is Ken Ofori-Atta going to come to face accountability? When? You and I, we don't even know when he's coming. According to Dr. Akoretinga Ayene, who is Ghana's Attorney General, he is telling the entire nation on the minister's accountability series. Accountability series. He's telling us that Ken Ofori-Atta has gone to hire top lawyers in America. Do you know the name of the top lawyer? He has gone to hire a former Attorney General of the United States of America during the days of Joe Biden, the man who was U.S. Attorney General over the 50-something states in America. And the man has also paraded over 13 to 17 lawyers to defend him. He is using the stolen money to pay the United States Attorney General to defend him from coming to face accountability. Do you know why I always tell the nation Ghana that we should ban the family of Ken Ofori-Atta, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo from any government post? That is what I have always been telling you, the nation. Hear me and hear me well. If we don't ban this family, they will always still save it in America. 20 years to come, their sons and daughters will come and compete. They have the money. Democracy is about money. Let nobody lie you. Democracy is expensive. I was told this in 1998. Just 6 years after we went into multi-party democracy. He stole our money. Ejofui, ran away. Otilo, Joloi, Oli, Awon vale. Now he's hiding in America. Very soon his visa will what? Expire. According to the president of the United States of America, if you can show that you can invest in America with just $1 million, they will give you residence permit for you to live and do whatever you want in America. This man has stolen more than $1 million. What is $1 million to Ken Ofori-Atta? What is 1 million to him? He hired private jets from America to UK, from UK to the Cayman Islands. What is 1 million to this guy? 1 million is just like a cocoa money. In 2018, I said it here in the United Kingdom that I know of a member of the New Patriotic Party who is a billionaire. When I said it, people said, no, lie. I don't know what I'm saying. It cannot be possible. So soon, just a year or two, that the MPP came into power. And who is that person? I was bold and I mentioned the name Ken Ofori-Atta. Yes, I mentioned the name Ken Ofori-Atta. I did not mince words. Because the fact is that my ears are closer to Ken Ofori-Atta. My eyes sees him. And so I told the entire nation that this man is a crook. He has saved monies in many countries, tax haven countries. He is not coming back. And people said, no, Dr. Ren, you are going too far with this. This is not true. Do you have any evidence? I said, look, if you think I am lying, watch A, B, C, D. I gave them every other things that I knew at the time. Today, what you guys did not believe me in 2018, fast forward in 2025, you are now chasing the man whom I told you that he is a thief. Today, you guys are now chasing him. He will not come back. This is the stock trade of his family. They will steal from us and they will send it to Abrochire. They will package themselves and then they will come back again. This time, not Ken Ofori-Atta. It may be one of his children. It may be one of his nephews or nieces to come and occupy position. Don't forget in 1966, when the Akufo-Addo's family got the opportunity, they did the same. Property owning democracy. I have shared the story to you. I was told by my own auntie. He said the Nima house does not belong to Akufo-Addo. I know the owner. They took it by force. His father took it from a businessman and they occupied that home. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I have gone through a lot with this family, Ken Ofori-Atta. I don't talk much. I have gone through a lot when it comes to this family. I have suffered. I was telling one big man how I suffered under this MPP. I'm sure to the big man, it did not make sense. In fact, even the big man was saying that maybe I am frustrated. No, it is not frustration. It affected my own marriage. Ken Ofori-Atta. When I broke the news here in London, they asked the British government, the British police to come after me. They concocted stories. But you see, thank God, this is United Kingdom, where rule of law works. And the rule of law worked in my favor. But my relationship were affected severely. That is the reason why in 2020, when some of us decided, what can we do? Right after the election 2021. In fact, in 2020, I went to most of the universities here in UK and spoke to majority of the people who were associated with the MPP. These young university guys. I packaged my message. I delivered my message to them. I interviewed them here in London, broadcast live on Sky TV. And for the first time in 2020, the MPP UK Youth Communication Team, guess what they did? They suspended all activities to speak for and on behalf of the MPP. In fact, majority of them agreed that they were not going to go to Ghana and even campaign for Akufo-Addo. And yes, they did. It was because of me. Usually the MPP, when it comes to election, they will adopt some constituencies and they will finance the constituencies from UK. But for my sake, when I showed them evidence of what I was going through, they boycotted to speak for MPP. It was only some few crooks who went. Majority of them boycotted to speak for the MPP. Look, right after the election 2020, I went to Spain to kickstart, fix the country. Because I was doing it with passion. And I believe that the God that in whom I serve will speak through fix the country. The likes of Oliver Barker-Vormawor, a student at Cambridge, big people, academicians, knowledgeable people here in UK, joined. The likes of Kali J and other people. I don't want to mention some names because some people don't want their names to be mentioned. They were even the most people who started it and just informed me and said, you, come and support this idea. I said, it's a brilliant idea. Let's start it. In fact, we wanted to start it during the election 2020. Oliver Barker-Vormawor said, no, if we start it in 2020, they would think because of election. In fact, I was very furious because I did not want MPP to win 2020 election. But he says, calm down. Let the people understand. After 2020, we started the Fix the Country. Boom! It exploded everywhere. From Spain, UK, Germany, America, Ghana. I was instrumental in all the Fix the Country. Not only me. Not only me. But I was very, very instrumental. If you pick a phone and you call Oliver, he will tell you. Even with financing, we had to do crowd financing, and we got people. It was everywhere. If I tell you what this MPP, Ken Ofori-Atta, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, personally did to me, you will be shocked. It affected my relationships, cost me money. In fact, when Papa Owusu Ankama was about to leave the UK, he spoke to me. We had lunch, and he told me things. One thing he told me that I'll never forget. He said, keep being honest and keep being truthful. For truth will always set you free. They planned a lot about me, but all failed. Everything failed. Why is Ken Ofori-Atta running away if he thinks he is innocent? Once upon a time, Ken Ofori-Atta was the most powerful Ghanaian. It is not Gabi Asare Otredakun. No. Who is Gabi Asare Otredakun when Ken Ofori-Atta is talking? Who is Gabi? You have no idea. In fact, Gabi, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Ochihini, all of them, they bow to Ken Ofori-Atta. I'm telling you, it's not a joke. I mean, literally, they bow to him. Yes. When they meet, family meetings, and Ken Ofori-Atta appear, everybody will get up and greet him, including Ochihini. Their story goes way back, from the days of Ken Ofori-Atta's grandfather, who was knighted by the British as Sir Ofori-Atta. In fact, Ken Ofori-Atta's auntie was dating Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, my grandfather. Nkrumah nearly married her. Her name was Victoria Ofori-Atta. That story is another day. Why is Ken Ofori-Atta running away from justice? Why is he now paying a former US Attorney General to defend him? I thought they claimed that their forefathers were the ones that fought for the independence of Ghana. I thought Ghana belongs to them. These are crooks, thieves. When we were growing up, the way MPP was packaged for us, we fell for it. I believed it. Until my eyes got open. And I realized that, hey, we were dying and sleeping with the demons. Oh, yes. Today, Ken Ofori-Atta says he's not going to come back. This is a man who tricked Victor Salome when he was the deputy finance minister. He, Ken Ofori-Atta, and Kelly Gajakpo. Ken Ofori-Atta tricked Victor Salome and Jerry John Rawlings And guess what? They gave them huge amount of money. He never paid the money back. Public funds. He swindled Jerry John Rawlings and Victor Salome. Guess what? When Akufo-Addo became Ghana's Attorney General, he went after Victor Salome. When, in fact, the report of CSFO, Serious Fraud Office, now Yoko, stated that they should go after Ken Ofori-Atta, his cousin, dropped the charges against Ken Ofori-Atta and went after Victor Salome and sacrificed him. So when I see NDC in power today, and the way sometimes they make merry with some of the MPP guys, I just shake my head. That is the reason why, to date, I respect one man. Oh, yes. He is a no-nonsense man. I'm talking about Mr. Jakpa Richard. Oh, yes. Very intelligent man. No nonsense. An upright man, so to say. Look, if Ghana, we know who these people are, we will never give them the chance to get closer to power. In 1963, before Olympio of Togo was overthrown, people like Akufo-Addo's family contributed to the overthrow of Olympio, Silvano Olympio, in Togo. In 1957, somewhere around August, September, October, November, thereabout, Nana Addo was in the United Kingdom with his family. They came seeking for political asylum. They said Nkrumah's government is a dictatorship government. They are afraid. So they came here and they were protected. That is the reason why you find the lives of people like the other Gab or whatever, B or whatever. And he was born in this country. They were given housing and they were given protection. Fast forward, they came back in 1966 after doing the bidding for their forebearers, after doing the bidding for their colonial masters. Look, sometimes a very good friend of mine tells me, I continuously pray for you because the things that you say, sometimes I get scared for you. I said, do not be afraid when you have the truth with you, because truth is a weapon that sets men free. You see, all these things I'm doing, not even a single penny do I get from somebody. No, nobody. Nobody sponsors my program. Nobody supports me. It's a one-man thing. From the days of Fix the Country, from the days of freedom fighters, nobody. If anybody says he has sponsored me, come out and tell the nation. I was the one taking out my own pocket money, giving out to people in Ghana to go and demonstrate. Not only me, other people joined. I'm telling you. So I asked myself, if a Ghanaian will steal mobile phone and he'll be locked up, what about Ken Ofori-Atta? If he's so honest and truthful and believes in the Bible that there is accountability after stewardship, why is he hiding in Minnesota? Why is he hiding in America? Why? This is a man who was always quoting the Bible to us as if Ghanaians were full of demons and that he was ready to cast the demons out of Ghanaians. That is why I keep telling you, these are people with no character. Their words, their actions, and their deeds are never in tandem. They say one thing, and then you see them doing something different. These people, Koname, Sanochioye, they are demons. They are evil. They are not human beings. Oh, yes, I'm telling you. Yes, you see them physically, they speak. No, but their minds is full of demon, evil. And you think Ken Ofori-Atta will come? Let me tell you, one of my good friends, a colleague friend of mine, also then with the British Army, now a member of the CIA, top guy, told me that this is the 7 things that these people will do to the nation. Everything that this guy told me, the 6 came to pass. The last 7, he told me, it is between either this or this. He says either they will stage their own coup d'etat or they will run away and they will never return. And when you want to go and extradite them and bring them back, they will find top lawyers to defend them. Yes. And everything that my friend told me came to pass. He told me how they will go after ECG. He told me how they will bring a Japadia document. He told everything he told me came to pass. These people are evil. Look, we should not entertain them. Yes, they are Ghanaians. Yes, they are part of us. Yes, they are family members. But we should not entertain them and give them the chance. It's just like you have your children, yeah? There are some of your children, you know, that as for this child, if I give him this property or if I give her this property, the property, he or she will squander the money, will just waste it. You don't need to go and give that child your precious ornaments, your precious, investment. No, the person will waste it. That does not mean that person is not your child. But there's no need for you to gift that person or leave him with such investment. You have to give it to the wise person who can add and bring benefit so that all the family members will benefit. If we give anything to Akufo-Addo, Ken Ofori-Atta, their family, the JB Danquers, the Dombos, the Danquers, it's a total distraction. We saw it when they were shouting. Immediately Kwame Nkrumah became president of Ghana. That same day, that same hour, there was opposition party. They fought against Nkrumah. When they got power from 1966, ask yourself, what did they do with the power? You think we are joking? I said when I shared a story with one top man, what I have gone through. You see, for me to even gather people and speak to their minds, for them to even believe in me and go and do a demonstration in America that faced the country, you think it's a joke? For people to believe in me, to go out in Germany to do a demonstration in their numbers, not 1, 2, 3 people, oh, huge crowd. You think it's a joke? And you think the people will like me? No. They took something which is precious from me. Yes. Is that the reason I'm doing this? No, I was already doing it before they took that precious thing. Because I believe that Ghana must be fixed. But I don't believe that Ghana will be fixed through the eyes of or through the leadership of the Dankwa Dombo Buzia so-called tradition. I don't believe that. They don't have any tradition. If there is any tradition that they have, it's a fraudulent tradition. Because if they are not men full of fraud, why are they leaving the shores of Ghana? Why are they not staying in the country that they told us that they build the country? Who to me once upon a time was telling Ghanaians that MPP has built Ghana to the extent that Ghana is better than the United Kingdom. And I want it. Did you not hear him say Ghana is better than UK under Akufo-Addo? So why are they running? Just in less than a year under the leadership of John Mahama. Why are they running away? And why? If you build something, that thing that must last. Nkrumah built motorway. It lasted for how many years? We still use the motorway. So if you believe that you build Ghana, Ghana will not fall or cripple in less than a year. No, that is not possible. If you are running away, that means you didn't build anything which could last and stand the test of time. So today, he stole from us the public purse, but he has gone to give the money to the colonial masters. How I don't like to even use those words. He has gone to give it to Akwesi Abroni, how our ancestors described them. Abroni, Obroni, we've corrupted the word. It's Abroni. When we say Christmas, it's Abroni na wenya. It's bronya. Abroni nenya. Wenya ni bibi ni wasu odie. It has nothing to do with us. That's how our forefathers described it. Today, this guy stole from us and ran to give it to Abroni and said, Abroni, protect me. And if you're able to protect me, I am giving you a share of what I have stolen from my own people. Is this person not wicked? Is this person not evil? Is this person a correct human being? Who steals from his people to give it to other people? It's only an evil person. Because since I was born, I have never heard that somebody stole from USA as a minister and brought it to Ghana and build companies and establish companies. I've not heard it before. If you know any minister, tell me. I am willing to learn. I am always ready to learn. Show me one minister in Europe, in America, in Japan, China, that stole the people's money and brought it to Ghana. I'm asking you. Borrowed anyhow. You borrow money and you come and do party. Who goes and borrow money and throw out a party? Who does that? Can you imagine? I borrow money from you, that I need the money to do something, to fix a problem. And then you see me using the money to throw party. At least I'm sure you will say that, is this guy okay? But because they don't care, because they think that every Ghanaian, excuse my French, we are fools like them. Say, they will borrow. The prodigal son, they will borrow and then they will come and spend it. And then they will quote Bibles to us. Oh, we are building God a cathedral. Then they go and hire an architect who identify himself as a gay. How can, with all respect to him, that is what he prefers. Because in the United Kingdom, it's not against the law. But how in Ghana, it is against our law. Who will go and say that I want to build a cathedral for God in Ghana and says I'm hiring somebody who is a gay to design the building for God? Is that not an insult? But it was done under Akufo-Addo. We watched him because in 1998, the Serious Fraud Office report told us to arrest him. And we let him loose. Who let that dog out is the question we have to ask. Who let the dog out? The dog, Ken Ofori-Atta, was supposed to be arrested in 1998 according to Serious Fraud Office. In fact, 1998, 1999. And we watched. And the dog, we let the dog out. Now the dog, what did he do? Bite all of us. Now we are shouting, bring back the dog. We had the dog. We could not arrest the dog. And the dog came in new clothing, white, and telling us, listen to my voice, and quoting Bibles to us. Let me tell you, is he going to come? The moment he left the shores of Ghana, one big man called me. In fact, I called him Godfather. In fact, he is my Godfather. And he said, he is not coming back. I said, who? He said, Ken Ofori-Atta. I said, no. John Mahama will arrest him. John Mahama will bring him. He said, it will be very difficult. He has left the shores already. Let me tell you, you see that OSP, Ejabin there? They planned it with Ejabin, Kisi Ejabin. You know, John Mahama has fallen in love with Kisi Ejabin. Do you know why? Because John Mahama, Kisi Ejabin did an investigation on John Mahama, the Airbus saga. And I'm so surprised that John Mahama has fallen for Kisi Ejabin. I was the one who released the Airbus saga story. I was the one who released it to every Ghanaian. I was the one who released the Adwoa saga story. Yes. And when I released the story, I said John Mahama is innocent. As a journalist, I was called to come and cover the story. Oh yes, here in London, the Savak Crown Court. I was there. Philly Gadoji. Listened everything attentively, reported the story, sent it to Ghana. And I told everybody John Mahama is innocent. In fact, that day when I broke the story, today, the deputy director of Signal Bureau of Investigations in Ghana, Kofi Adole, is my witness. He called me several times that I should hand over all the documents to him. In fact, the final decision, I should hand over everything to him. I said, Kofi, don't waste your time. Don't worry. What MPP is saying about John Mahama is just political talk. Don't mind them. It has nothing to do with the President John Mahama. Yes, official ABCD. These MPP here in the UK created the names. And I know people who even Ibrahim Mahama paid them, give them money. He did not pay them to do story against his brother. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Ibrahim Mahama, as a good man, even when it comes to UK, he gives money to these people, but he doesn't know that these people that he's giving money, these people that come to him begging for money, are the ones destroying his brother. There's a top lawyer in UK here. He's an MPP man. He was forcing me. Because when I do stories, big time during the days, do you know how many people listen to me on radio, on TV, watches me? We are talking about tens of thousands of people. Yes, peak time, everybody is listening to Dr. Ren. In UK, Europe, Italy, Germany, France, UK, Scotland, where? And when I broke the story, and later on, Kisi Ejapin did whatever, he came to the conclusion of what I know already, that John Mahama is innocent. Because of that, John Mahama has fallen in love with this guy. Come and fall in love with me rather, because the story came from me. Yes. You saw when I brought the pictures of Ken Ofori-Atta here in London, and then Kevin took the story and said he met him. No. He realized, he knows that that story that he channeled out was not correct. I was the one. Look, it is my prayer that whoever is defending Ken Ofori-Atta will understand that it will be good that they themselves, they stop to defend him. Because Ken Ofori-Atta and his family has done great damage to Ghana. I'm still shocked and surprised that I see Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo at functions. Nana Addo has 2 more years. And after 2 years, nobody can take him to court. You'll be protected under the immunity. Is the system fair? After all what Nana Addo put Ghanaians through, took the Ghanaians through, is it fair? Why is the NDC? Why is the Attorney General not going after Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo? Because all the corruption cases, he is the president. Some of it you know directly. In fact, according to Al Jazeera, Nana Addo was and is a gold mafia. We've already spent a year of the 3 years, so he's left with 2 years. Gold mafia. This is how Al Jazeera reported Ghana's president to us. Nana Addo was shouting and telling Al Jazeera to apologize to him and retract the story. They said, no, Mbano, you can do your worst. Nana Addo kept quiet. He couldn't do fuku. There was truth in what Al Jazeera reported. If not, why did he stop from taking Al Jazeera to court? Because the story was true. He threatened lawsuit against Al Jazeera. And Al Jazeera said, why? You think this is Peace FM 104.3? You are mad. Why? You think this is Asempa Radio that you are going to be interviewed by OB? No. This is not Ekwesi Senyo. This is Al Jazeera. You can do your worst, but we still maintain that you, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, you are a gold mafia. Nana Addo, with his tail in between his legs, fled and never returned. Because it was not OK FM. It was not Peace FM. With that guy, his head like coconut, to interview him. All I can say to our Attorney General, Dr. Akuritinga Ayene, if you need some of us to assist, we can assist in information sharing. so that the Americans will help extradite Ken Ofori-Atta to Ghana. Oh yes. They have done worse to our nation, and they deserve to be punished. After all, America believe in what? Accountability, probity. They believe in. Yes, that is why they punish corrupt people. And I am also saying to the minister that he should look carefully or closely, or let me say this. The so-called extradition treaty that we have with Americans, let's review it and make sure that after this legal battle, this so-called extradition treaty of 1935, we must do everything it takes to renegotiate. It is not good for us. The country in which I reside currently, in 1957, I think 1970 rather, the British people renegotiated the 1935 extradition treaty. We can also do say, because it will not be fair that since this extradition treaty, we have what? Extradited 100 people from Ghana to America. From America to Ghana, 0. This is what I think that the so-called Ghana Bar Association, they should be interested in. Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. If you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe, hit on the notification button. I've told you next year I'm bringing a program dubbed The Solution, where we'll be speaking about how to solve our problems. The many problems that we face as a nation, we need to solve them. We need to give a chance to our youth to also grow and become mighty and powerful. We have to leave a good name, not just good name, but also riches for our unborn generation. God bless our homeland Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever. Take good care of yourself. Have a great weekend. Next week is Christmas. Take good care of yourself. Love you all. One love.